A dimly lit room. Dust dances in a ray of sunlight through a half-closed curtain. Some memories are gentle as the morning light. Others are sharp as broken glass. And some somehow are both. They hurt and they heal. They remind you of what you lost and what you once had. Close-up of a hand brushing across an old photograph. We don't get to choose which memories stay or which ones fade, but we do get to choose how we carry them. A person sits at a table with a steaming cup of tea. The camera lingers on the rising steam. Memories have a way of creeping into quiet moments. The smell of rain on warm pavement. The sound of a door closing in the distance. The soft creak of a chair you once shared with someone. They arrive uninvited. Sometimes gentle, sometimes relentless. You think you've moved on until a song plays, and suddenly you're not in the present anymore. You're back there in a room filled with laughter, in a place where their voice still calls your name. Cut to a flashback sequence, blurred and warm, of two people laughing in a park. Fade to night, raindrops on a window. Pain doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a whisper in the background, a quiet ache that sits in the chest, making the air a little heavier to breathe. There are moments when you try to push it away, distract yourself, drown it in noise. But pain is patient. It waits for the silence to return, so it can remind you it's still here. Slow pan over an empty bed, half of it untouched. Morning light returns, golden warm. But here's the truth we often forget. Memories, even the painful ones, are proof. Proof that we felt deeply, that we lived fully, that we dared to love without guarantees. The same memory that makes your chest tighten is also the one that can make you smile through tears. Cut to the character holding the same photograph, but this time they smile faintly. The seasons pass in a time-lapse. Snow, rain, blossoms, summer light. Time doesn't erase memories. It softens their edges. The sharpness fades. The colors shift. And what was once unbearable becomes a quiet part of who you are. One day, you'll tell the story of that memory, and it won't hurt as much. You'll remember not only the loss, but the warmth that came before it. The character walks through a forest, hands brushing over leaves. We make the mistake of trying to lock memories away, thinking that hiding them will protect us. But memories are like water. They find a way through. It's better to let them breathe, to sit with them, to listen to what they're trying to tell you. Sometimes they teach us to be grateful. Sometimes they warn us not to repeat old mistakes. And sometimes they simply sit beside us, a silent companion in the dark. Soft instrumental swell. A sunrise fills the screen. Healing isn't about forgetting. It's about learning to live alongside the memory, without letting it break you. It's the moment you can walk past that cafe, hear that song, or see that photograph, and instead of feeling like the world is ending, you feel peace. Because you realize the memory is not your prison. It's part of your story, and your story is still being written. The character sits on a hill, watching the sunset. One day, you'll look back and understand the very thing that hurt you also shaped you. The love you lost taught you how to value the love you still have. The pain you endured gave you the strength to stand where you are now. And when you meet someone who carries their own quiet ache, you'll recognize it. You'll know how to sit beside them without trying to fix it, because you've been there. And sometimes all someone needs is for you to stay. The photograph is placed back on the table. The light is softer now. Memories will always live with us. Some will sting, some will warm, and some will do both at once. But they are ours. And they are proof that we've lived, we've loved, and we've survived. So tonight, let your memories breathe. Let them hurt, let them heal. And when you wake tomorrow, carry them with gentleness. Text fades in on screen with soft background music. If this story touched your heart, let it stay with you. Subscribe to embrace the feeling. For more stories that speak to the quiet corners of the soul, like this video, Share it with someone who understands the beauty and the ache of remembering. And let's keep embracing the feeling together.